guys, Ash Lane here, coming at you today with a directional guide for your queen on queen walks and super queens. Anything involving healers and queens. I brought you quite a few super queen videos over the last few weeks, and of course my original queen walk guide for Town Hall 9 and then Town Hall 10 about 6 months ago or so. It's one of my more popular videos, so go back and reference those if you're looking for the overall strategy. Today we're going to be focusing mainly on just direction. So 4 rules to direct queen walk behavior. Number 1, she will always target the closest unit within 7 tiles that she can access. That's a big that she can access there because her range is only 5 tiles. You can easily figure this out just by simply scouting a map and taking a look, or if you're farming, just studying the map during the 30 seconds. It's not that hard. We're going to discuss that today. Number 3, you can take advantage of this by using wall breakers to open up an area to get within her range, or cut off troops to take out units that would otherwise distract her. And 4, she will hug walls. Take this into account when using your rage spells to rage the healers, or even on her ability, you might be encountering more defense than you anticipated. So we'll show this full attack in just a minute, but before that, I just wanted to give you an easy example of how you can dictate her walk. Morphous starts this attack by putting her right next to that barracks. The next closest unit is the army camp, and then she's just going to move to the west from there. It's a very easy queen walk start. You know exactly where she's going to go because she's going to go at the closest unit next to her. You can see the closest unit, if you count the squares, is indeed the gold mine. She's moving towards the gold mine. She's going to go around the corner. Now, if there wasn't anything in 7 spaces around her, which we're going to see right now, she would have went right into a wall. Now, this is Steven's attack. Now, he wanted her to go into a wall, and that's important to notate here because he does pull off the 3-star. It's Town Hall 9 attacking a very strange Town Hall 10 base with the air defenses all outside there. Not the best strategy, but he does start it out with a queen walk, and we're going to see an example of the queen getting stuck. She's going to just start attacking the wall, and it's going to be the end of the proverbial walk there. So takes out the air sweeper, moving along here. Things are going well. She'll always divert to the enemy queen or clan castle once it targets her. You guys know that. She's going to hug that wall now and make her way, but look at this. You can see that barracks there is actually, if you count it out, 5 spaces for the army camp and then 1 space in between on each side. That makes it exactly 8 spaces away. She will not target it. She will instead target the wall. That is a way that you can dictate where you want to stop your queen walk. So she's now going to go to focus on that gold mine in that mortar, and then she's going to go from there. We'll go ahead and speed up the rest of the attack, but it was an impressive 3-star attack. And you know what? It was also an impressive usage of the level 1 freeze spell. A lot of people asking when to use the level 1 freeze spell as a Town Hall 9. Well, here's an example. You're hitting a Town Hall 10 with 1 Inferno set to multi, 1 Inferno set to single. Use it on the multi, preserve your balloon health, and bada bing, 3 stars. Good job, Steven, there. Now we're going to watch this is a full attack, by Morphous that we saw just the beginning of before. And look at this army he's using. We'll study it a little bit more in just a second here, but you can see, placed her right next to that barrack. She's obviously going to move right to the, like we watched before. It's worth seeing again that she's just going to move towards the west. He uses the rage spell there on the healers. Just make sure that you focus the rage spell on the healers and not so much the queen. Obviously, getting them both is the ideal scenario, but keeping her alive is why you would use a rage spell, not necessarily to do more damage with the queen. Obviously, that helps too, but certainly the main usage of a rage spell, if you're going to use it, is to keep that queen alive. Now, this attacker, Morphous here, is going to use a bunch of giants. A very effective strategy against these open layout bases. We see a lot of them at Town Hall 11, and this is certainly the way to do it here. Start with a queen walk if you want to. It's a nice way to start an attack like this, because what happens is, if you're using the giants, which we'll see in a second here on a regular Super Queen farming raid at Town Hall 9, that's the next raid coming up. But if you're using giants in combination with the queen walk, or a Super Queen for that matter, the healers will actually switch very nicely to the giants after they're done with the queen. So they actually are smart like that. They'll help you out and help you hopefully get the 3 stars, at least secure all the loot that you were looking for on the raid. So here's Cordell here, another, we've shown Cordell quite a bit now in our attacks, but he uses Super Queen to farm. He uses only Super Queen, and he loves it. A level 20 Queen, and that's pretty much what I recommend for a minimum level of Super Queen. Well, maybe 15. I use a level 18 Queen, and of course, if you're hitting a very rushed base, of course, you can use even lower levels. I've seen Queen Walk done with even level 10 Queen, but, you know, you are relying pretty heavily on her DPS to keep you going, so, you know, level 15 would be my minimum recommendation there, but hey, everybody has their own preferences. So this base, let's go ahead and zoom over here to the water, just so you can look at the army composition here. This is what I'd recommend for Super Queen compositions. If you miss my Super Queen video, using a bunch of giants allows you to really have a lot of flexibility in the raid. You'll see that here. Now look at this queen. She takes the Dark Elixir out. She's going to take the pump, excuse me. She's going to take the Wizard Tower out. She's going to take the king out. The healer's still alive, doing well, but look at this. She pulls a turn all the way over to that Wizard Tower, and the Wizard Tower, as you can see, she's hugging that wall. As I mentioned before, that Wizard Tower is actually closer in terms of within her access. She was not going to go through the wall because that was in her 7-tile range. So she moved over there to the Wizard Tower, and Cordell's going to do a smart thing here. He sees that this is a dead base. The X-bows are not loaded. He's going to go ahead and stick with the Queen Walk in the eastern half of the base, and then the western half of the base is going to come in with all these giants. So the Queen's going to do her thing over there with the storages in the east, and then the west, we have all the giants. That's the cool thing about this Super Queen army. It gives you a lot of flexibility. If you want to tear apart a base like this, you can let the Queen do a lot of work on her own. You can see those healers will keep her alive plenty. Actually, it's overkill over there. There's only 2-point defenses within her semi-range right now. I guess the Teslas, I didn't see those pop up, but either way, he's going to be able to get all the loot off this base. Very nice attack here by Cordell, and this is why I love Super Queen so much, because the Queen stays at full health, and then she's ready to go for the next raid, and hopefully all your troops are ready to go too, because you're being selective on the bases that you raid. So we're going to go over to Skeeto. Skeeto is one of our better 9.5. He should almost be a max Town Hall 10, except for the Inferno Towers now. He has a maxed out Queen, and you can see yet again illustrating the direction she's going to walk. You guys can plan this. It's not that hard. You just have to really think about it, right? If she takes out this unit, what is going to be the next closest unit to her? If she takes out the Elixir storage, what's going to be closest? It's going to be the Archer Tower. She's going to take out the Archer Tower, then she's going to move over to the Dark Elixir. Then where's she going to go? Well, because you opened up that area with wall breakers, she's now going to go into the next layer of the base. That's why I said earlier in this video that using wall breakers, even bringing some wall breakers along with your Super Queen army here, is a really smart idea, because you don't have to necessarily pre-plan every little step of the way. I mean, you only have 30 seconds, right? So some of this is going to be on the fly, especially on Super Queen farming raids. So what I mean by on the fly is your Queen might not go the right direction. You might have missed one little thing and she heads in a different direction. But what you can do is use those wall breakers as you see fit in the best way possible to help get her back on track. And also, what you want to do is, even if things go crazy, you have the rage spells. Hopefully you can keep her alive there. You can keep her alive with her ability. You can also drop some troops closer to her than you had originally planned. So you can start dropping some of those giants. If you have a golem, you can drop that golem a little bit closer to her if you see that she's in trouble. Do anything you possibly can rather than let her die. Obviously, having a queen die during a Super Queen or a Queen walk raid, unless intended, is certainly not the ideal result. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you have a better feel for the direction she'll head in any raid, whether you're farming with Super Queen or whether you're just trying to execute a queen walk against a base in war. Sit down, plan it out. Remember, 5-tile range is her attack range, but she will walk to a unit that is within 7 tiles of where her current location is. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Shout out to you guys, you're all amazing. If you want to consider supporting the channel, go ahead and head over to www.patreon.com/ClashWithAsh. Guys, thank you so much, and as always, take care. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. Just a few ways you can help the channel out. Number 1, like. Number 2, subscribe. Number 3, comment. Tell me what you think of the video. I really appreciate it, guys, and it really helps me out a lot. Also, you can find me on social media. I'm active every day on Twitter at @clash_with_ash and on Bindle chat group #ClashWithAsh. And as always, you can find me on my website at www.clashwithash.com. Thanks, guys.